Okay, so we are live. Welcome everyone to the fifth module of Barcelona in modules. Today we have with us the media team of the session. And if everything is working, I'll pass the word to Anouk and then we start with the module.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's working though.
Okay, let's see. If you are listening us,
Because I'm hearing it, but okay, it's fine.
Yes,
sorry,
there might be a delay, so maybe this will start.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. So welcome everyone to the media team module today. So I'm Anouk. I'm the editor of the session, and we have prepared for you a small module that you can follow. Yeah. So on the agenda we have 4 different steps, I would say. So first of all, we'll a bit explain what is a media team, why do we have media team in UAP, and what is our purpose basically. We'll have a Q&A, and then we'll move on to a small quiz. And in the end, we'll share with you a small project idea that you can participate in. So you can maybe just move the slide. So we'll start by introducing ourselves. So I have with me other member of the media team. So I will start by introducing myself. So I'm Anouk. I'm the editor of the session, and I'm coming from France, but I'm currently studying or supposed to study in Belgium architecture. I started UAP in 2017, and I have been doing quite a few of UAP media. So that's basically me. So maybe one of my editor assistant wants to introduce yourself. You can unmute. Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Ruxandra. I'm from Romania, and I'm currently in my last year studying digital media. I'm supposed to have my dissertation in July, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but that's fine. And I'm super excited to be here. And yeah, Marichka, I'm gonna pass the mic to you.
Maybe you can also put your video on when you're introducing yourself. So
sorry.
Yeah,
hi.
Perfect.
Hello everyone, my name is Marichka. I am from Ukraine and I'm also going to be an editorial assistant in Barcelona. And I have been doing mostly media in EYP, so kind of hope that you will have a perspective of what is EYP media in general and how EYP media of Barcelona is going to be on this module. And I just hope you will enjoy it. Yeah. I think, and we also have media team members with us that had time to join the module as well, so maybe they can also share some words about themselves. Maybe Rokas or Victor, if they can hear us.
Sure, I can. So if you can see me, hopefully. What's up? I'm Rokas saying hi to you from Lithuania, so quite a bit away from all the action that should be happening in Spain right now. But nevertheless, I'm super excited to be a journalist in this event, catch some cool photos of all of you, and do some baller projects in the meantime as well. So can't wait to see you all in October, and good luck.
And then Victor.
Yes, I guess it's my turn now. My name is Victor. I'm from Belgium, Antwerp. I love to take photographs, and I'm really excited to learn and to make videos. And I would like to say I'm really excited, although it's postponed, for the session.
Great, thank you all. Wait, my camera. So now we'll move on to the actual part of the module and explain a bit more what is a media team for. If you can, yeah, perfect. So I will start by a bit explaining the structure of a media team. So usually we have one or two editors taking care of the media output of the session. So what is an editor doing? Basically, the editor is the one to be selected at first. He is supposed to lead the media team and give a structure to the media team members. So basically what I'm doing is giving a structure to my team members to work in. He has a vision, or she, before the session on what they want to focus on for the media team output. We also work on personal development for the media team members and the EAs, where we try to see how they can improve and what they can learn and learn the best out of it, so that it also can impact all the session participants. And yeah, basically we take care of personal development and also cooperation with all the officials team. So the editor is the link between the academic team, the organizing team, and the media team, and also the jury team. So they work all together in order to have like a really smooth officials team. So basically, he's also like always have constant relation with the leadership of the session to ensure that the media team member gets all the needs, everything they need for the session. And yeah, basically take care of the logistic as well, to be sure to be in line with all the expectation from all the teams. Maybe Roxy or Mari, I think it's Roxy who's gonna talk a bit about the editor assistant. Yeah, you can go.
Yep. Okay. So basically, as Anouk said, the editor is the link between the editorial, the media team, and the rest of the teams. But basically, we can consider the editorial assistants as the link between the editor and the rest of the media team, as we're basically a support to both the media team and the editor itself. The editorial assistants are basically a bit more focused on the technical parts, because we are in charge of delivering trainings, and we make sure that the media team gets the most out of the session and gets the chance to develop from a technical point of view, but also from a personal point of view, since we're always available for feedback, for guidance, and for anything that any media team member or the editor needs at any point. I think that this kind of sums it up. So, Marichka, if you want to continue with the description of the media team members.
Yeah. So, as both of the girls mentioned, basically the structure of the media team is not like a hierarchy, but there are some things that a certain people could help you with if you are a media team member. And the thing about being a media team member is that on the session you are more like impactful in the emotional part of it than in the academic, because in academics we have the academic team who is basically responsible for all of this, for the educational part. And in order for us to create these memories, to create this atmosphere, and to make something not only for ourselves but to share it with the bigger community, we have the media team members, which are doing all of the media projects using different types of photography and videography and podcasts and design to share this not only with the participants of the session, but maybe with like broader audience, so they could also like see that this event happened, and some people maybe get inspired to also join the community of UAP. And I think that the main idea behind the media team members before was a bit different, because the EYP media is constantly changing, because we have all of these amazing social networks that we can work with. So now we have even more opportunities and even more ways how we can express our creative freedom while still being a part of EYP. And being a media team member is like the good scenario to use this creative freedom. So basically, that's it.
Yeah, perfect. So now you got a bit a grasp of what is a media team, as in what the different responsibility of everyone and what we do, basically. And we are going to introduce more about what is the purpose of UAP Media. So why we have media teams in UAP. And there's a sentence that was like a definition of the role of media team within UAP that has been thought about and created. And it goes, the mission of UAP Media is to encourage and provide young people with creative skills and have impact on session participants, the UAP network, and external audiences by adding creative value through purposeful content and communication. So this really long sentence kind of resumes everything in one, and it really is the core of what we do. So basically, every official role at an UAP event has impact as the heart of the mission, and is very open to individual interpretation. For example, the academic team will maybe focus more on impacting the delegates on like an educational, educational step, basically. And what we do in UAP Media is that we have this impact on different people and different audiences with creative content. So basically, as Mariska pointed out before, is that before social network, the session content was really oriented to participants, but now it has changed, and therefore the mission of UAP Media has really evolved. And that's what we're going to see in the next slide. Yeah. So there's basically 5 elements that sum up the reasons why we have UAP like media teams within our events, and why it's important to have media teams. So I would say that the first one is to promote exchange and inclusion, as it's one of the value of UAP. So in order to do that, we promote diversity, and we acknowledge the different within the network. It's seeable, like you can see it through our projects, picture, documentation of the event. As we basically, our aim is to promote the event and show that we are all young people participating and gathering to exchange ideas. It's also to foster cultural exchange. So basically, UAP is a place where people from all over Europe meet and discuss, and having a media team is really important to capture that essence and to basically showcase the UAP values to the outside world. Yeah. You can change that. Yeah, perfect. So it's also a way to express ourselves, and as media team member and as editors EA. It has 4 different elements in that, and the first one would be to enhance educational values to UAP. So of course, the chairs team, and you will learn as a delegate, you will learn a lot from your chair, from your topic, and maybe also other topic. The media team is also here to take part in that educational aspect of UAP. So through our project, basically our project, we also tend to get involved in academics in a different way, and maybe more interactive or a different approach from a topic. So that's also why we have media teams. Second of all, is also to express. Oh no, come on, yeah, perfect. It's also to express your opinion and talk about what matters to you. So media team member can take on a project they really like, and there's this freedom in UAP media that is really interesting to work with. It's also to promote active citizenship, because it's really nice, you have an event, but having a media coverage around it really promotes the value of our organization. And the last point would be to broaden horizons of the audiences. So it's again a different project or a different way to approach topic that we discuss in UAP, and there's a different aspect that can be achieved through our projects. Yeah. Yeah, maybe next slide. Yes. The third aspect, the third aspect is for our members. So we basically provide a space for creative outlets. So as I said before, UAP is really nice for academics and for team management and things like that, but it also have this new perspective as a media team member that you can gain. You can really express yourself, and there's a space to try anything that is creative. And that goes directly with the second element, is to provide a safe environment to fail and learn. So basically, as a media team member, there's project that goes back a lot, but there's also this space to try something completely new and without being judged, but more being supported by your team and the leadership, basically. And then the last point is to develop technical and media skills. So while being in a media team, you can just learn a lot. On the pre-session part, you have a lot of trainings and basically you can learn a lot by trying. So we learn new software, we learn how to take pictures, we learn how to take videos, how to make Instagram story or whatsoever. So there's a lot you can gain as a media team member as well. And even, I would say that even as an editor or EA, you are constantly learning from others, and there's always this really big opportunity to learn, and you're never done. Like no one knows everything in UAP media, and I think that's really nice. Can go to the next one. And then we also do UAP media for our participants. So it's more the internal part of the media team purpose. So we cover the event. So basically, the organizing team is working for a really long time for any sessions, basically to make the session happen, and covering the event and showing that it happened, and you have picture to show it, and everything like that is really important for sponsor or for everyone that made an effort to have the session happening. It's also a way to impact with the session theme, the AP mission, and the youth IDs. So basically, with our project, we can grasp or talk more about some things that are not within the academics or within the topics. So we can talk about the UAP mission, about the youth IDs, and there's a really broad opportunities. It is also a way to interconnect and strengthen the network. So as social media really developed the last few years, everything that we post basically there has a really bigger outreach. And it's a way to interconnect the session with the whole network and every event that are happening all over Europe during the year. And then it's also to entertain, because UAP media is also fun, and I think we'll show you that a bit later on the presentation. And in the end, I just added that the UAP media has quite a big audience. So the internal audience will be the national committee. So you have a lot of people who are taking part, for example, in Barcelona 2020, the national, but there's also UAP España members that can follow the event even though they're not there. It also reached the UAP community, so everyone outside the network that is following the page or following the session can just see that Barcelona 2030 happened, and it was really nice. The internal audience is also the delegates, so you being at the session, the officials, and the leadership. Yeah. Maybe you can just move the slide, please. One before. Yeah, perfect. And the fifth part of why we have UAP media teams, it's also for outsiders. So for people that not really involved directly in UAP or has never done a session or not really involved in that way. And the first aspect of that is to cover the event and promote the UAP brand. So as I said before, it's a really important part. What we are doing is quite unique, and our events are really special, the way we approach this topic, and the media team can just contribute to that basically and help to cover the event and show what we are doing or explain what we are doing through our projects. So you will find, for example, projects that explain a topic or explain what we're doing at UAP, at an UAP session. And it's also a way to contribute to the national committee. So the NC means national committee. Sorry for the abbreviation. External communication. So yeah, after the session, it's also really nice for the national committee to have picture and video and material to share with sponsors. Yeah, and so the external audience is teachers who wants to get involved. Basically, when we reach out to teachers for an UAP session, it's always nice to have like this media output that you can show and show what that we're doing at UAP. And that goes the same for parents, friends that are not really involved, as it's quite hard to understand at first what is UAP. We also have sponsors, so they're the ones supporting the event, and it's also nice for them to see that the event happened, and yeah. And then the outside world, so people are really not anything related to that, but they can also be partners or speakers or yeah. So this is just overall what the media team, what is the purpose of the media team and why we also are involved in the session. Basically, I don't know if Mariska or Rixie wants to add something, maybe. No? Okay. Then we can move on to Q&A. So if you have any questions about the media team, Barcelona 2020, or being a media team member, you can just
yes.
write it in the
comment.
comment.
While we wait for the first question, I had a question for you, Anouk, that is, I think there's kind of a misconception when it comes to the qualities that you need to have to become a media team. Sometimes delegates think that you need to be like a professional taking pictures. So I wanted to ask you, what would you say are the qualities to become a media team member?
Yeah. So I would say that the only quality you need to be a media team member is to be passionate and to want to make it work. You don't need to know how to use a camera. You don't need to be super great with video skills or anything, because that's the way that we do in UAP, is that we learn from each other's, and no one knows anything at the beginning. I started UAP with media because I really liked it before, but I knew how to push a button on the camera, and that was it,
Yeah.
So that's really, I think that's really a misconception that the project need to be perfect and you need to know everything before, but it's really untrue. And I think especially in UAP media, there's really this possibility to learn everything. And I think, I would prefer, I prefer having an output that is really impactful than just beautiful, I would say. It's not really beautiful, but the design or the visual aspect of it, I think it's less important than why we're making this. And I don't know if someone wants to add something, Ruxi or Mariska, or is there only someone else?
Yeah. I mean, I've done only media in EYP and being a delegate, so I don't know how it actually looks like in the academics team or in the organizing team. But sometimes we do things in media. We do projects in media just for the sake of doing them, to see something bigger and broaden the context a bit. Also, trying to think about what we want to share with our audience and what we want our audience to get from this. And I think it's the most important thing. It's not about the technical skills. It's not about how well you know how to push buttons in Photoshop, or I don't know, how to edit videos, but how you can contribute to all of these stories that we have to tell. And that's it.
Oh, then I'll add a quick comment. The thing is, in UIP media, I think it's the safest place where you can fail without feeling bad at all. I mean, we promote failing somehow through failures would have never thought you can create. And so basically, I think if you want to learn something, like if you're passionate about photography and you have never even, seen a professional camera, then try joining a UIP media team, because you're going to learn so much and you're going to have the best experience from it, and you're never going to regret it, because if you fail, it's going to be amazing. There's the rest of the team to support you, to help you, to guide you, to give you feedback. And if you're going to do amazing, then amazing. You're going to do amazing.
Yeah, I will just add a last comment. That maybe I didn't know before, or I don't know, I didn't thought about this before. But to do UAP media, you don't really need a professional camera. I think it's really achievable. There's so many opportunity in media right now. There's not just photography and picture and videos, and there's so many other ways to make it work and to contribute to UAP media. It's not necessary to have a camera, because I think a lot of the time it maybe refrain people from applying to a session or trying to be a media member because they don't own a camera. And this is really something that I will it's not needed. There's so many other ways to contribute, and yeah, basically.
Exactly. And I also had another question that relates to the thing that you explained, that sometimes that's another misconception I think that people have with media teams, that their main job in a session is to have coverage of it, and that's true in a part, but also and this is something that you find out when you become a media team, that is that it can also have a huge impact in the educational experience of the whole session. And that's why I wanted to ask you, how would you say can the media team help to promote the message of the session, that is sustain the change? Not these specific projects, but just which are the ways in which media teams can contribute to the whole educational experience?
Yeah, so often media teams are also working around the theme of the session, and here it's really a really strong theme for Barcelona. And basically we're promoting the theme for the Mieti members to use for their projects. And I think there's a lot of different ways you can implement this theme in our project. Maybe just projects that can be done at the session, like interactive projects, or also something with interviews or something like this that it can be done also like after the session. So there's definitely a lot of way we can contribute to that theme, I would say.
Yes, we have a
I
question
know.
with
Yeah.
Nora asked, how can I collaborate with the media team if I'm a delegate?
Yeah, delegates are really at the core of our project, and we want to involve them as much as possible. So even if the session is postponed in like a few months, we are planning projects during those months where, as delegate, you can take part in it. So there's one that we will introduce at the very end of the presentation that you can already collaborate. So basically, UAP Media is not like, or the project we're doing is not us just working on our side. Is a collaboration with the delegates and the officials. Because, or as I said before, it just all the project we're doing is also for you, because you're one of the audiences, and therefore you can really we're really interested in hearing your ideas. So there will be like a lot of projects coming up, and every time we'll ask for your help, I would say.
Amazing. Okay, let's see if we get another question. Today we have kind of a shy audience. Let's see if they want to afterwards participate in the game.
Yeah. Yep.
We can wait a minute or so.
Mhm.
See. Nora says thanks. We also have lots of cards in the chat. Okay, so Anouk, if you want, we can continue with the presentation.
Yeah. So you can go to the next slide.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we have prepared a small game for you, a quiz. So I don't know if you're familiar with Kahoot, but it's going to be a bit revisited because of technical issues. So you don't need to go on. Basically, every time there's going to be one question asked on the screen, 4 answers, and you can write directly on in the chat. So I guess I will read. We can just start.
Okay, shall I pass the slide?
Yeah, I think it's fine now. Okay, so when was the UAP established? So there's 4 answers, 1991, 1997, 1998, and 2008. So you can just directly write in the chat. There's only one good answer. So you can directly write in the chat what you think is the answer.
Let's see who is the first.
Yeah. Yeah, people are right. Yes, it's indeed 1987. I will just find my questions again.
Okay, shall I pass?
Yes, you can go.
Next question.
So, who funded the UAP? That is 4 answers. Lucas Fendel and Laurent Grégoire, Bettina Carr, Alinson and Bryce Garcia Villanueva, Bettina Carr, Alison and Laurent Grégoire, Alina Khan and Rose Cantillon. So you can just write maybe the color as well, because it's a bit long. So it's the yellow. Yes. The red is so Laurent Grégoire did fund the UIP with Bettina Carr Alinson in 1997, but Lucas Fendel is the current executive director of the UAP. So yeah, that was the yellow option. And Alina Khan is the VP of Barcelona and Rose the head of jury. So that was not the answer. No one took this one, but yeah. Yeah, I think you can pass to the next one. Where did the first international session take place? So Fontainebleau, France, Berlin, Germany, Barcelona, Spain, or Brussels? Oh, someone is writing that he's missing the Kahoot music. But I don't know if we can add the music.
I can add it.
Oh, nice. Yes, indeed. It's the red one. So the first international session, it was not a real international session as the one we have nowadays, but it was still an international session that took place in Fontainebleau. Yeah, we can go to the next one. How many member states are in the European Union? 27, 25, 23, or 29? Yes, you are very right. It's 27. Perfect. Good. Yeah, we can. Okay, who is the current president of the European Parliament? Barack Obama, Nelson Mandela, David Sassoli, Ursula von der Leyen. Yes, is the yellow. Is David Sassoli, and if I'm not mistaken, Ursula von der Leyen is the president of the European Commission. If I'm right, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's David Sassoli and not Barack Obama. Yeah. How many official languages does the European Union have? 20, 29, 24, or 18? Yay, it's 24. I did put a lot of or like a yellow answer. Yeah, so it's 24. You are right. What is the Finnish name for Finland? I'm not gonna read those because my accent is not gonna work. But yeah. Yep, it's blue. So yes, yeah. So it's Suomi. I had to research that one too. Yeah. So you were right again. Very nice. What is the motto of the European Union? Diversity is unity, united in diversity, unity in diversity, or is sustain the change? Yep. So indeed, it's united in diversity and not sustain the change. It could be, but maybe one day. So, when did Spain join the European communities? So, not talking about the EU, but the European communities. 2002, 1996, 1986, or 1983. And I hope I didn't got this one wrong, because you're all Spanish. Yep. So it's 1986 indeed. I wasn't sure either, but after some research, it's 86. Very good. When was the euro introduced? So 2000, 2004, 1999, or 2003? Yeah, so it's 1999 and not 2000. It was introduced, I think, the first January of 2000 of 99. So the yellow again. What day is the European Union Day? 11 November, 16 April, 9 of May, or 28th of June? Which year did the European Union win the Nobel Peace Prize? So 2012, 2018, 2008, or 2003? Yep. It's 2012, indeed. Good. Which of these artists are not from Barcelona? So Picasso, Miro, Gaudi, or Goya? So apparently, I think it's Goya, but people say Picasso. Oh, okay. So apparently, people, I didn't make the question, but maybe it's not that relevant. So we can look it up.
I think that some of them lived in Barcelona, but the one that actually is from Barcelona and was born here is Gaudí, I think, but I'm not sure. Yeah, something like that.
Or maybe it's like they lived there.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's fine. Now we know.
You're saying Miro is also from Barcelona? Well,
oh, okay.
Well.
Okay. So, yeah, it's fine. We'll know by the time the session happens.
Exactly.
And someone asked, where's the code? So I will just say it again. There's no code because we have basically a bit of delay between the live and the Kahoot. So we're not able to play directly on Kahoot. So basically, you can just comment the right answers on the channel, on the comment. Yeah. Yeah. So we can go to the next one. So, which is the name of this park? I'm not gonna read the name because I'm sure I have a really bad Spanish pronunciation, but you can all read it. So it's Park Guel. It is, and I wish I could go there. So maybe soon. So yes, it was the red one.
Okay.
What represent the logo of Barcelona 2020? So Gaudi and the Park Guel, Trencates and the tile flower, a random flower the HO liked. It doesn't represent anything special. So yeah, it's blue but a bit of yellow, which is I think really nice. Indeed. What is the population number of Barcelona? So 2 million, 1.3 million, 1.7 million, or 1 million? Yeah, it's once again. So you're very right on that question. Cool. Who are the head organizer of Barcelona 2020? Anna, Funke, Nora, Paula, Nora, Anouk, Jonas, Alina, and Hein, or Paula, Anna, and Nora? Yeah, so for clarification, it's the green one, but yeah, I guess it's yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess it's the green one, but blue is quite funny. I would like to show this one. How many teams are in Barcelona in 2020? So 4 academics, media organizer and jury, 5 academics, media organizer, jury and safe person, 2 officials and delegates, and 3 academics, media and organizers. Yeah, so for this one, I guess we didn't really know either. I would go for 4 or 5, but it's true that we can have. I mean, I think 5 is quite accurate. So both are correct. Okay, which country is not represented in the media team of Barcelona 2020? France, Poland, Belarus, or Finland? Yeah, so yeah, basically it's Poland. France is represented by me, basically. But yeah, it's Poland, definitely. I think that's the last one. So what are the favorite dishes of the EAs? So there's 2 answers, so one for Ruxandra and one for Mariska. So paella, spinach and cheese lasagna, any type of pasta. Oh, actually, that goes with lasagna. Well, everything that involves avocado. So that's the last one. Okay, so it wasn't paella. I'm very sorry about it. But for Rixanda, it was the spinach and cheese lasagna that I really want to try right now. And for Mariska, it was the avocado. So basically, that's. I think we should cook soon. Very like, oh my god, I love tortilla. So please, every time I go to Spain, it's just like tortilla all the way. But we are done with the Kahoot, and we should definitely make another one at some point because it was really fun. Yeah. So yeah, for now we are done with the Kahoot time, and we'll hear this music soon. The last part of the module / YouTube live is a project done by one of the media team members, Victor, and he is going to explain it. So I think there's not a lot of people watching the live right now, but we'll also make sure to post it for delegates on Facebook later on. But basically, Victor, if you're still here in the conversation, you can just unmute. So you can explain and go ahead. Your very cool project.
All right. Can I use a slide or the?
Oh, the other one. Yeah. So
yes.
You can move to the other slide right after.
So the main idea is that all the delegates and everybody who wants writes Barcelona stay strong. Sorry, on a paper and make a little video of yourself with your smartphone, just 5 seconds, and you can send it to the email barcelonastaystrong@gmail.com. And finally, I will make a video of all the videos I received, and I will end with a surprise from all the most important officials at the end of the video. And yeah, just work with me for this project. I need as many people as possible to show that Barcelona 2020 is still alive, and just to give people courage. So don't be shy and film yourself with Barcelona stay strong.
So yeah, basically, you don't really have to say anything, or you can, but the video is basically you holding the paper where it's written hashtag Barcelona stay strong. You can also say something if you want, like a word of encouragement, I would say, I think. But it's really up to you, and we'll make sure to post it on Slack and Facebook afterwards, so to have more delegates involved, because there's only 17 people watching the live right now. But yeah, I don't know if you have other question about it, you can definitely ask. And yeah, you can send it via WeTransfer to the email that is written here. And yeah, again, we'll make sure to post it so people are aware of it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait if someone has a question still. But yeah, otherwise, thank you for coming to the module from the media team. Wait, I will show my camera. Yes, thank you very much for coming. It was really, really fun. And yeah, like I will really encourage you to participate in Victor's project. That's really, really nice. And yeah, thank you again. And if you have more questions, you could just hit me up. And yeah, perfect, Nora.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
So I guess that's it.
Yes, thank you to you and all the media team. It was super fun. We should repeat the Kahoot with more people connected. And yeah, basically, just I wanted to do a quick reminder. Tomorrow we're having a module team, and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.